Hi, my name is Melissa van Dijk, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use the ordinary niacinamide 10% plus zinc 1% and the ordinary 100% organic cold-pressed rosehip seed oil. Now the ordinary niacinamide is a water-based serum, whereas the rosehip seed oil is an oil formulation. And if you want to know how you can also layer them correctly, you also need to know the order of application, which always starts off with water-based serums. Then you're going to move on to any anhydrous solutions and oil formulations, and then you're going to finish it off with any creams and suspensions, which also could look like this. You're going to start off with step number 1, which is washing your face with a facial cleanser. Then for step number 2, which is optional, you're going to use your toner. Then for step number 3, you're going to apply the ordinary niacinamide. For step number 4, you're going to use the ordinary rosehip seed oil. Step number 5 is optional, which is also applying your moisturizer or suspension. And for step number 6, which is also just during daytime, is also applying your sunscreen. So now that you also know how you can layer them correctly, I'm also going to show you how you can apply it to your face. Now again, I have already washed my face, so make sure to also wash your face properly with a suitable cleanser. Then after you're done with washing your face and you also pat the skin dry with a towel, you can immediately move on to the next product application. There's no need to wait in between. You just can go right into niacinamide. Now for niacinamide, which is the water-based serum, I recommend using between 1 to 3 drops for the entire face and neck area. Of course, if you feel the need to also use more, that's totally fine. Just make sure that you find the right balance and that you're not going to use too much, so that your skin is still able to also fully absorb it. Otherwise it can feel a little bit strange on the skin and also sticky, which it shouldn't if it also can fully absorb into the skin. So I'm going to stick with 2 drops, as this is also the right amount for me. And the way that you're going to apply it, there are different application methods, so choose the one that also works the best for you. Now with niacinamide, I'm going to use one of the 3 methods. I'm also going to show you all 3 methods, which is also, for example, using niacinamide directly onto your face, like using a few drops directly onto the face and then pat it into the skin. So I'm going to stick with 2 drops. And then I'm going to use my hands. I'm going to gently press it all over the face and neck area. So, and after you have patted into the skin, it also should already nearly absorb into the skin while you're also applying it, and then it also should kind of feel dry. This is also where you know that it also is able to fully absorb into the skin. Now after you have applied niacinamide, you're going to leave it on the skin. It's not a mask. There's no need to rinse it off or wash it off. So you're going to leave it on the skin. And once you're done with the application of niacinamide, you can immediately move on to the rosehip seed oil. Again, with this one, you can also go with 1 to 3 drops for the entire face and neck area. Of course, if you feel the need to also add a few drops more, that's totally fine. Just make sure to also find the right balance for your needs. Now I'm going to show you a different method, which I personally also like a lot, and this is also using a few drops in the palm of my hand. And I'm going to stick with 2 drops. Then I like to use my hands in between, like this, and then start patting it all over the face and neck area. So, and after you're done also with the oil application, again, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. Now you can stop already right here. If those are the 2 products that you want to use, that's totally fine. However, if you also want to use now as your kind of your last step a moisturizer, that's totally fine as well. You can also combine it with a moisturizer as your last step. When also using a moisturizer, I recommend going with 1 pea-sized amount for the entire face and neck area. And now for the 3rd method, you can also use either a few drops or your moisturizer. Also, if you like to use a suspension as your last step, that's totally fine. You can also use it on your fingertips, like so. And then use it between your fingers and then start applying it. This works with creams or with your serums. It's basically the method that works the best for you. There's no right and wrong. Just try the different methods and you'll see what works the best for you. Now, when planning on using niacinamide and rosehip seed oil, I recommend using the rosehip seed oil only once per day, ideally in the evening. Since an oil can also be a little bit heavier, especially the rosehip seed oil, this is also why it's preferred to also use in the evening, so that it also gives you a night treatment overnight. However, niacinamide can be used daily once or twice per day. So if you also want to use it in the morning, you can also, for example, combine it with your moisturizer instead of the oil. And then if you want to use niacinamide in the evening, you can also combine it with the rosehip seed oil. So it can be an AM or PM routine, depending also on how you prefer to use it. And also don't forget, as your last step when being exposed to the sun, to also wear sunscreen so that you're not getting sunburned. So this is basically what I wanted to share with you. I do also hope that you enjoyed it and that you also now know how you can use niacinamide and the rosehip seed oil and how you can also properly layer them and use them. If you like this video, don't forget to give the thumbs up as well as share it, and I will see you soon in the next one. Bye!